Hey, thank you, Weeb, and I'm back. I know I've been gone for a minute, guys. It's been kind of crazy, hectic in my personal life, but without further ado, we back at it, you know. Now, today we're going to discuss the problem with death battles, and in particular, we're going to discuss the Hulk versus Broly video, this video in particular. Now, of course, I have watched the YouTube death battle videos where they essentially run scenarios. In this particular scenario, they ran Hulk battling against the Dragon Ball Super Broly. You know, and it was an interesting video. But my issue with the video seems like it is a common issue amongst a lot of YouTubers and YouTube scalers. And the issue is they did not truly scale each character. Like within the Death Battles Broly video, they discussed their powers and abilities, but they did not actually scale them properly within their respective verses. So without further ado, let's dive right into it and explain what the Death Battle YouTube scalers did wrong. When a character is being scaled against another character, one, or should I say a veteran power scaler must always set criteria, or how should I put, pillars to frame their reasoning for one character being scaled higher than another character. So, as you all know, I start with these 5 simple pillars, or these 5 simple starting points: physical strength, energy projection, durability, speed, and hacks. I keep it very simple. My biggest pet peeve is those YouTubers that rank characters in certain verses but do not state their criteria or reasoning. And a lot of times, this is to get views. You know, like, for example, that Death Battle video, around the time the Dragon Ball Super movie had just came out. So it kind of seemed like they were just, on the way. They just wanted they had a lot of Dragon Ball Super Broly fans, and so they just wanted to make a video and put Broly winning versus the Hulk, even though there is not much canonical evidence to suggest that Broly would just destroy the Hulk. So let's just dive right into it and kind of nitpick and see where they went wrong as far as their scaling. When we examine Broly's raw strength, there is very little doubt in my mind that there is any other Saiyan in the Dragon Ball verse that has the physical strength Broly possesses. Physically, Broly is ultimately the strongest base character in the Dragon Ball Super verse. Even Gogeta needed to go Super Saiyan Blue to defeat him. Broly's physical strength is enough to easily shake Universe 11 in base form. Broly's physical strength is linked to his emotional state and his rage. Broly is so powerful, he was able to pick Goku up with one hand and slam that boy to the ground like he was a toy. Goku and Vegeta are some of the most physically gifted Saiyans within the Dragon Ball verse. So to watch base Broly just put this man's face into granite or gravel surface shows that Broly is physically the strongest Saiyan in the entire Dragon Ball verse. It's interesting. In the movie, the Saiyan scientists discussed the abnormal amount of S cells in Broly as a child within the Saiyan nursery that they displayed within the Dragon Ball Super movie. It is well known by many that Broly is the embodiment of the Golden Ape, or the true legendary Super Saiyan. At least this was the legend that was presented within Dragon Ball Z. The legendary great ape in human form than Saiyans. It is very obvious that having less S cells means you are less pure of a Saiyan. Hence why Broly is the most physically strongest Saiyan character within the Dragon Ball verse, and probably has the most potential of any Saiyan within the Dragon Ball verse, even beyond Gohan. But the other guy, Hulk, who we're going to discuss, is undoubtedly the strongest. I'm talking about the most physically strongest being in the Marvel multiverse. And for those that want to, talk cosmology, the Marvel multiverse cosmology, the Marvel comics cosmology is well beyond the Dragon Ball. Is well larger than Dragon Ball verse cosmology. The Hulk's strength, just like Broly's great ape humanoid form, is connected to his rage and his emotions. Within the World Breaker Hulk issue, during the World Breaker Hulk series in Marvel Comics, with one stomp, the Hulk was able to shake the entire Eastern Seaboard. And this is my problem with Death Battles and Amateur Powerscalers. The Hulk, listen to what I just said. He didn't use a ki blast. It's not energy projection. With one stomp, he just stomped. The entire Eastern Seaboard shook. He could have destroyed the entire Eastern Seaboard with a stomp. This is the problem I have with Death Battles and amateur YouTube Powerscalers. There was another feat during the World Breaker Hulk series. And I recommend going to read World Breaker Hulk and Immortal Hulk. And better scalers, they read this comic because of just, you get to see what Hulk is truly capable of, some of the greatest feats that he's ever done within the Marvel Comics. For example, during the World Breaker Hulk series, Hulk had to dive into the planet of Sakaar and hold the core of the planet together to keep the planet from being blown up. Sakaar is depicted and described to be much larger than Earth. Actually 3 times as large as Earth, to be exact. Like I said, I truly recommend vetting scalers read into Planet Hulk and World Breaker Hulk comics. Also Immortal Hulk. That is crazy. One stomp from the Hulk and the Eastern Seaboard's done. This wasn't a ki blast. It was his pure, raw, unadulterated strength. Broly has many feats where he is tossing Vegeta and Goku like ragdolls. But the thing about the Hulk is his strength surpassed numerous celestial beings within the Marvelverse and higher dimensional beings. What most amateur Powerscalers such as Death Battles don't understand is that the persona of Hulk is primordial in rage. We're talking about primordial rage. Now, what do I mean by primordial? I mean raw. Unlike Broly, who needs an emotional push, Hulk is always in rage. David Banner is always angry. Hulk is the embodiment of pure rage. The Great Ape form base Broly transforms into is a state Hulk is always and constantly in. When Broly saw his father being killed, he then turned into a Super Saiyan. He turned into Super Saiyan Great Ape form. He turned into Super Saiyan humanoid Great Ape form. But Hulk's rage is never ending. And that just relates to Hulk being made of pure rage and gamma energy. It is the trauma from David Banner's childhood that fuels the Hulk's rage, at least at the base of it, because there are other things that do fuel the Hulk's rage. The Hulk, with his strength alone, shook the Marvel multiverse. And let me tell you, the Marvel cosmology is so much larger than the Dragon Ball verse. I understand I said this, but you guys have no idea. Hulk's physical capability, as far as his physical strength, is well beyond Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super Broly. Neither versions have the resume to be in the Hulk's league when it comes to physical strength. Hulk's physical strength has no limits, and his rage is primordial in nature. Now, Hulk's physical strength is unlimited. It has no limits. And a lot of times his strength is talked about more than his speed. But when we were discussing speed, Hulk is incredibly fast. With one jump, Hulk can traverse entire continents. He can outrun subsonic missiles. And his reaction speed is faster than light. Many scalers and Marvel fans know that the Hulk has unlimited strength. They either forget or don't realize that the Hulk's speed is also well beyond superhuman. Hulk's movement speed cracks the sound barrier and beyond, while his reaction speed or combat speed, however you want to look at it, is much faster than light. The Hulk is by no means the fastest character in the Marvel. That title belongs to the Blur. But the Hulk is well beyond the speed of sound, and he has shown to be able to react and survive attacks from characters such as the Silver Surfer and the Sentry, who are undeniably faster than light. With the Silver Surfer travels the cosmos and has been shown to be light speed and much faster than light due to the power of cosmic on numerous occasions. The Silver Surfer is so fast, he once broke the time barrier and was able to travel back in time. So understand that Broly is not going to speed blitz the Hulk, especially when the Hulk can keep up with speeds of this magnitude. Now the question remains, which of these guys is the fastest? The Hulk on foot is faster than sound, and his reaction speed is much faster than light. When Broly fought Gogeta in his Super Saiyan 8 Enrage mode, he was moving well past the speed of sound, as Gogeta is capable of using instant transmission, just proving Gogeta is well past faster than light speeds. Broly is not capable of using instant transmission. Nevertheless, Broly is capable of flying, based on the speed feats given to us by the Marvelverse and Dragon Ball Super movie. Due to Broly being able to fly and keep up with the character Gogeta, who has shown to be beyond light speed, one would have to conclude that based on the tactical advantage that flying has, you have to give it to Broly. Things like that. Broly does have wind drag, but he doesn't have to use any physical strength to move at the speed that the Hulk has to use. So this is why I believe Broly is faster than the Hulk. See, Broly's flying, not using physical strength. The Hulk is moving using physical strength. It is my belief that due to Broly not using physical strength to fly, and him using more energy-based reservoir to fly, I think he would be able to go faster than the Hulk, strictly from the fact that the Hulk would need to maintain his rage at a high level to continuously run at the speeds of being able to keep up with Broly, while Broly would just need to exert more energy. And we've seen people fly who are not enraged. So, I'll give the speed to Broly, strictly because of the flying. And flying is more efficient than running. When we drop down to durability, I cannot for the life of me understand how they could ignore that the Hulk's durability is well beyond God level. The Hulk's capability as far as durability is well beyond Broly's. The Hulk's durability is so powerful, so effective that when Gogeta was punching Broly, it was taking its toll on his body. And the toll could visibly be seen as eventually Broly transformed from Super Saiyan Enrage 8 mode to just base Broly. Well, had Gogeta been punching Hulk in the same manner, as soon as Gogeta's fists leave Hulk's body, Hulk's gamma cells would immediately get to work healing his cells almost instantly. See, those veteran scalers from the Marvel comics understand that Hulk is and has long been retconned to be immortal. What needs to be understood is that when Banner absorbed those gamma rays, his body composition into living gamma energy. For those who actually know something about physics, know that energy cannot be destroyed and can only be changed and diverted. The Hulk is pure gamma energy. And the angrier he gets, the more energy is dispersed from his body. The Hulk has been known to survive attacks from cosmic entities, Omega level mutants, and universal level attacks in many of his versions in DC continuity. And we're talking about guys like Sentry, Gladiator, the Silver Surfer, the One Below All. These are cosmic entities. It's interesting. The Marvel Cinematic Universe depict the Hulk getting thrashed by Thanos. But what they don't realize, the Hulk never got beat by Thanos. In fact, the Hulk was one of the main reasons within the comics that the Avengers were even able to hold Thanos long enough for Adam Warlock to come and save their ass. You know, when the Marvel multiverse was threatened by the multiversal level being onslaught, it was the Hulk that destroyed his armor, allowing for the rest of the heroes to attack him while he's vulnerable. You know, beams and attacks like these would have no effect on the Hulk, nor will it kill Bruce Banner, his human alter ego. That beam that Goku got shot with, you know, through the heart, the Hulk would not die from that. You know, when Johnny Blaze, you know, I don't know if you guys know who Johnny Blaze is, the Human Torch. When Johnny Blaze was immortal, he's part of the Fantastic Four. It is possible for him to reach supernova levels. And for my physicists, you know what that means. Essentially, that means the Human Torch has the power of a star or small planet. Even if Johnny went supernova, destroyed the planet, Hulk has been shown to be able to survive the flames from Johnny Blaze first without being incinerated, and he can also survive within space. So Johnny Blaze would destroy the Earth and possibly still not destroy the Hulk. Seeing as Broly still maintains the Saiyan's humanoid physiology, it would be impossible for him to be more durable than the Hulk. So we have to give the durability to the Hulk on this one, Scalers. You know, and then when we dive into energy projection, you know, the Hulk lacks in this pillar as far as skill. At best, Hulk is capable of creating a shockwave with his pure strength. Now, don't get it twisted. As many veteran scalers know that shockwave clap can level cities, so it is very powerful. But Hulk's energy projection is nothing compared to Broly's. Broly is capable of causing planetary destruction strictly from him just releasing his energy. Broly's Ki Blast is so intense, it dwarfed Vegeta's and Goku's Super Saiyan Blue forms. Broly has been seen to easily destroy planets and galaxies with his Ki Blast. Broly is also capable of unleashing Ki Blast from his mouth, causing great devastation and possibly changing the landscape of whatever planet you are on. Broly is also capable of creating a barrier of raging Ki that surrounds him and also attacks and destroys the area. It pushes many of his enemies and their attacks away while also being damaged from the spillover of Broly unleashing massive amount of energy. We're talking about massive amounts of energy. All of the Saiyans within the Dragon Ball verse, you know, out of all the Saiyans within the Dragon Ball verse, none of them have more Ki energy than Broly. As I've stated earlier in the video, it is shown that Broly has more S cells than the other Saiyans. To me, this just proves energy output potential levels. This does not determine if a Saiyan will be a great fighter. So Broly's energy output potential, or his Ki potential, was well over the level of an average Saiyan. Frieza and many other Dragon Ball characters are capable of destroying planets using Ki-based attacks. Broly easily outmatched Frieza in his golden form. This is interesting because of two things. Neither one of them, Frieza nor Broly, ever went through any formal training like Goku and Vegeta. Yet Frieza and Broly are both seen as fighting prodigies, and both give Vegeta and Goku real challenges. You know, when Frieza actually acquired the Golden Frieza form, he never actually trained to become stronger. That was the first time he actually trained to get the Golden Frieza form. It was the first time he actually trained and gave effort to become stronger. Broly is in a similar situation, that his informal training and not having a true martial arts teacher is ultimately what holds Broly back, and he's not able to control his power. Nevertheless, Frieza and Broly have some of the highest energy projection levels in the entire Dragon Ball verse. Hulk's Thunderclap is not even comparable to the energy projection produced by Broly when he is in the Rage Great Ape form. And when you add Super Saiyan and Rage Great Ape form, you get a character with monstrous energy levels. Broly clearly wins in the energy projection pillar. But when we dive into hacks with these two characters, and you guys know how important hacks is, you do not come up with much, as both these characters are brawlers. But when we dive into the hacks, Hulk still wins out. And the reason is very simple. Hulk is capable of the highest speed regeneration a sentient being can possess. And this is where we get into advanced power scaling. And I'll have a video out about that, because a lot of these scalers have no clue what advanced scaling is. But when you look at this type of high-speed regeneration, you get into the nitty-gritty of power scaling, the true fun stuff. I know, a lot of you guys are wondering, what the hell are you talking about, Angry Reed? Here's what I'm talking about. Regeneration cells in general have speed tiers of their own. And I'm telling you, Hulk is in the top tier of high-speed regeneration groups in all time, in all the characters. And I'll show you here just a little bit. This season where Goku gets, that season where Goku gets laser in the chest, if that were to happen, Banner, as people would say, Goku was not aware, or he wasn't aware. If that were to happen to Banner, the Hulk would not die. Even if the Hulk persona is shot in the same way as Goku. And there is proven, and this is proven by the Hulk writers of the Hulk Marvel Universe. It is proven by Hulk issue number 1, Immortal Hulk issue number 1. You realize that the Hulk is immortal. He was shot in the head, and all he did was resurrect. And we're talking about Banner was shot in the head, because the Hulk, they wouldn't even have pierced. Had the Hulk been out, it wouldn't even have pierced his skin. But because he shot Banner, it did, and the Hulk just resurrected. So he's immortal. That the way Goku went down, that would never happen to the Hulk. As I stated earlier in the video, during the fight with Gogeta, Broly became visibly tired and damaged from Gogeta's punches. And you can see the visible toll that battle took on Broly. It took such a toll, it reverted him back to base Broly, where had he not been whisked away with the Dragon Balls, he would have been killed. Hulk would have never reverted to Bruce Banner after receiving that damage from Gogeta. Hulk would have became angrier and more powerful. Also, the damage that Hulk took from that beam would have healed, as Hulk's high-speed regeneration abilities are of the top echelon of high-speed regeneration characters. For those that want to mention that Broly could destroy the planet, sadly this would not matter, as Hulk in issue number 6 has been seen capable of surviving space because his lungs constantly regenerate. The Hulk's high-speed regeneration is his only and biggest hacks. When you analyze Broly, his biggest hacks is that his rage fuels his power and energy level to rise higher. But here's the thing, it's easier to break. Here's the thing. It's easier to break Broly from his rage than it is Hulk. See, the thing Death Battles didn't talk about was that the Hulk and David Banner always had a storm of rage inside of them. The Hulk's rage is never quelled. So we are talking about two characters, both who use rage and anger to bolster their power. But one has limitless rage in him, and the other only realizes his full potential when he becomes enraged. And he is not always enraged. Due to the Hulk's superior regeneration ability, and due to the Hulk always being angry, you have no choice but to award the hacks battle to the Hulk. So as you veteran skeletons know, I keep it simple. When you run down the criteria, Hulk wins in strength, durability, and hacks, while Broly wins in energy projection and speed. The Hulk clearly wins this matchup. For many amateur scalers like the YouTube channel Death Battles and other scalers making unfactual analysis of characters in fights or battles, they really just want views. So they will go with whichever character is popular at that time. I don't do any twerking on this channel. I look at it objectively. I scale objectively, and so should every scaler. And let me say this: due to advanced scaling, every scaler should be criticized. Every video, every scaler has a right to criticize any other scaler if they are a true scaler. Now, if they are an amateur scaler, I don't think you should criticize. I think you need to become a veteran. You actually need to go and study other verses and actually know what you're talking about. This cannot be one of those things where I'm twerking for Goku. You know, you got these guys who like to twerk for Goku. I don't do that. You know, those guys, I wouldn't listen to anything they have to say. They shouldn't even really comment on anyone's video because they're not a true objective veteran scaler. But when we're talking about the Hulk, physically within the Marvel universe, Hulk has shown to be the most physically strongest being in his verse. He has the capability to destroy the entire eastern seaboard with a stomp and has held a planet together using nothing but his physical power. There is a sound argument that Hulk is even stronger than the Man of Steel Superman. When we run over to speed, while Broly is clearly the faster character, the Hulk is not just this slow giant. So for those people who want to say, oh, he'll speed blitz the Hulk, no, he's not. You know, if the Silver Surfer who travels the universe is much faster than light and has broken the time barrier on many occasions, if he cannot speed blitz the Hulk, then neither can Broly. So while Broly does win the speed battle, he still will come up short due to Hulk's durability and high-speed regeneration. Hulk's durability is on another level, as Hulk in the Marvel comic universe has been shown to be immortal, and his durability on another plane. You know, as far as the other Avengers are concerned, to be immortal, you know, Hulk on numerous equations has survived nuclear blasts, planetary devastating occurrences, cosmic level attacks. You know, when Goku fell ill in Dragon Ball due to the heart virus, right before the androids got there, that shows that Saiyans are still humanoid. You know, they die from disease, they die from viruses. Hulk is not affected by disease. Hulk is not affected by viruses. Hulk is not affected by poison. Hulk is not affected by the lack of oxygen or even old age. When, you know, there's even a comic panel where the Avengers are fighting the Hulk, and Thor tells Iron Man, I believe your people have created a god, and if not a god, a devil, and if not a devil, something beyond the god. So when you get into something like that, where humans are, this guy is basically a man-made god. He doesn't have this resume to compete with the Hulk. There is not a single character in the Dragon Ball verse with the level of durability and strength that is there or even on par with the Hulk. Broly is included in this, as Broly's durability is very high considering he went toe-to-toe with Vegeta and Goku. But Broly's durability is still no match for what the Hulk brings to this battle. Now Broly dominates the energy projection pillar, and the reason is obvious. While the Hulk is made of pure gamma energy, that energy does not manifest itself from a distance. Instead, most of the Hulk's gamma energy is used towards Hulk's strength, durability, speed, and high-speed regeneration. Broly's rage is connected to his ki and energy outputs. When he is enraged, his ki flares up, causing his techniques to do massive, wild-scale damage. Broly's incredible strength is a sight to behold, but Broly's biggest advantage in his battle is his energy projection. Moves such as Eraser Blow, when he goes into Super Level 3, create such large blast radius that engulf huge swaths of area and changes them to just smithereens using his ki blast. Broly's energy projection definitely surpasses the Hulk. What catapults Hulk over Broly in this fight is his high-speed regeneration. The Hulk has survived blows from cosmic entities within the Marvel comic universe. He has been blown into space, cut into pieces, and has been resurrected from being pierced into the head. All of these he survived. Unlike in Dragon Ball, where anyone can obtain God Ki, Hulk was deemed a god by other older and celestial beings such as Thor and Hela. Thor is hundreds of years old. Hulk has went toe to toe with much faster than light beings such as the Silver Surfer. Hulk has also went toe to toe with the Sentry, and it is stated within the Marvel Comics that the Sentry has the power of 1,000,000 suns. Sentry's energy projection is well beyond Broly's. Sentry's strength is also well beyond Broly's. For the Hulk to be able to go heads up against the Sentry means that the Hulk is and would destroy Broly if they were to go toe to toe. Hulk dominates in strength, durability, and hacks, and while Broly wins in speed and energy projection, we have to still give it to Hulk. So please, veteran scalers, tell me your thoughts on this. Hit the comment section down below, and if you like my content, please hit that subscribe button for any new veteran scalers or amateur scalers. And this is Angry Weeb, and I'm out.